All you gotta do is just meet me at the.
Yo, what's up, Cozy? What's up, Cozy? I fell asleep last night at 7:30 like a boss. Got the next video dropping at 10. You will likely not care about this video at all. Young kids will not care about this at all. But if you ever want to have kids, it's a good video. Oh no, what happened, Cozy? Alright, Wiz did not play with you yesterday. I know he played this Haven game with you. Wait, no, he didn't. Yeah, not terrible. You still had, I mean, this day was incredible right here. Man, you've already played 58 games. Okay, hashtag cozy. I gotta remember that. Make it easier. Yeah, this game is so weird. I guess it happens in every game. Oh yeah, 7 first kills. Probably won all those rounds too. Yeah, at least when you're duo queued, you got people in there. Yeah, man, 35 and 23 is no joke. That's a great win rate. Great win rate. Still got S tier here. ACS went down a little bit because I think you were at least green on that before. But that's to be expected as you creep up rank. My banner got delivered, Cozy. Just need to go Clove and I'm chilling. Yeah, find your comfort, the one you'll have the most impact in. You going to be gaming today for 4th of July? This stream's going to be short today. I'm doing my the video premiere at 10. I'm going to do a reaction to it after. And then I'm going to call it. Dog's birthday. It's my brother. Whoa, it's my brother's birthday as well. Nice. It's not as hectic as it seems. Man, excuse me. But what are you thinking about with it being insane right now? It's okay to think differently, Cozy. How are you supposed to change hearts and minds if you don't talk about it? I promise you, no matter how ridiculous I think your views are, I won't stop talking to you. But you may stop talking to me. And that's okay, man. It's okay to dislike the administration. Can you name an administration you've been happy about in your entire lifetime? Politics is theater, my brother. Politics is theater. I don't know if you think I'm just some Trump zealot, but I am not. I will call out everybody for anything if I don't think it's in America's interest. So there are certain things I like, certain things I don't like. You were a young kid. You were a young kid when he was in office, but there's a lot of things that people don't like. Namely, the Affordable Care Act. The borders got more opened up under Obama. Right, so it depends on what you mean for America. Like, I'd be willing to bet that your parents aren't a huge fan of illegal immigration, but I could be wrong. Well, yeah, we can probably agree to disagree on that. I don't know what you're supposed to do. There's potentially up to 50 million people here who shouldn't be here. I don't know what you're supposed to do there other than accept defeat. I don't know how you're supposed to handle it. It's tough, tough either way. Oh man, 23 minutes until the premiere. You'll only be interested in this video personally for one reason. And you'll know in the first 30 seconds. But we got a special guest star. Ooh, what's up, free advice girl? If you don't want to wait to open the banners, free advice girl, you can open them up. Yeah, it's okay to think that, Cozy. Why would an American be deported though? Unless we're talking about the kids of illegals, and then the parents decided to keep the kids with them, which is definitely possible. But without all the full details, it's really hard to make a full judgment. Oh, it's really hard to make a full judgment without knowing the full details. So far, I think they've been a win. We got a lot more revenue in our coffers. I don't know if you can hear me now. What's up, free advice girl? Are you guys going to be watching the video today live? I could probably get Cozy's tracker off the screen now. Just look at this beautiful stock market ripping and roaring. So, ultimately, Cozy, tariffs, I believe, are used as negotiating tactics. Because one of the things that goes on with our markets, the kids are outside. It's okay. You should put it up on the living room TV. You should put it up on the living room TV. Ooh, free advice, girl. Using that Prime sub. Paying our mortgage. Let's go. But yeah, so Cozy, I believe they were used as a negotiating tactic, but a lot of countries don't allow any access at all to American companies. They tariff us so high that they make it impossible to do business there. So, say you're a widget maker here in America, it's not that you couldn't compete in another country, but you have restrictive barriers to do business there, right? They start you off with a 100% tariff. Well, that makes it so you can't do business there anymore. So, or some just simply don't allow us into their markets. So, the they were used to, I believe, as a they were used as a negotiating tactic. If you don't give us access, we will tariff you. If we don't get a better deal, we tariff you. But we'll see. So far, I think tariffs have made 120 billion or so. We don't need their lumber, Cozy. Nothing Canada has is something we couldn't make ourselves. We're a trading partner by choice with them, not out of necessity. And Canada was about to throw a 8% retroactive tax on our tech companies. Nah, no way. What would make their lumber better than our lumber? Ain't no way their trees are stronger than ours. Yo, what's up, Soft? Does cold make wood stronger? It might be the next one. It's been a while since I've looked at that. Let's see here. Let's look at the subscriber badges. You get glasses at 2 years. So yeah, he's at the last one before, but it goes from 1.5 years to 2 years. Oh, I need to... Oh, I gotta add some more here. Hold on a second. I gotta get my 3-year badge ready. Oh, I can do my 3.5 year too, huh? Then I'm almost out of badges. Then I am almost out of badges. Have there been studies shown that the colder lumber does better over long term in a house or something? But either way, we definitely don't need them, Cozy. We definitely don't need them. It's been a while, Cozy. I'll never forget the Christmas sub, Cozy. I'll never forget the Christmas sub. Christmas sub was very sick. Very sick. Then after that, Cozy disappeared. All right, later, Cozy. Hey, let's go. Wait, it's kind of early for burgers. You gonna have a 10 o'clock burger? I respect it if you are. All right. What are you gonna eat now? Yeah, I'm actually going over to my in-laws after the stream, so that's why the stream's gonna be a little bit shorter today. I'm going to my in-laws, and there's gonna be barbecue and all that sort of stuff over there. Well, they'll be using the grill, I guess, not barbecue. I don't know how to talk about it, but burgers, steaks, all the good stuff. I eat eggs and bacon for breakfast almost every day, but today we didn't. My man's got good taste in food, huh? All right, Hiko lost. There are like 8 pieces left. Well, okay. That's quite a bit. Depending on the bacon, that's like 600 plus calories. But man, bacon is addictive. It's too good. It's too good. It was too good. Oh man, 5 minutes until the next video. Let's go. We talked about Japan a little bit. We're from there. Oh, let me turn that down. Really? Because you were jet lagged? Are you back to normal now? Today's video is the shortest video I have done and will possibly ever do. What time did you go to bed last night? Oh yes, glorious summer. At your age, my mom did not let me sleep in the summers. I had to do some sort of activity. Some sort of activity. Woo! I think they all count, free advice girl. Do both. Do both. Oh man, premieres in 60 something seconds. Let's go. Sounds good, girl. So we're going to watch the video normal once through, and then I'm going to rewatch it again on stream for the commentary. $3:00? Man, and you still woke up early today, huh? That's interesting. We'll see if you crash out. Sounds good, Cozy. You should wait to see who the guest is. But that's understandable. Oh man. Getting close, and I'm like weirdly nervous. Free advice girl gets to actually watch it. Ooh, 2-minute countdown. I'm gonna add ice to my water before we go. We do have a special guest, Cozy. A special guest. Yeah, I can't control the audio on that. I also love the cinematic music for YouTube, I can't lie. It's the best one I got. 10. You might have me sped up, Cozy. Yo, what's up, Yuli? Oh, then I don't know, Cozy. That's weird. All right, Cozy. There we go. Shortest one yet. Shortest one yet. And somehow time. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm gonna bring this one up. We're gonna pause this here. Hold on, I guess I could do the whole intro. We'll get it to here. All right, I'm gonna do some push-ups and a pull-up, and then we'll finish off here. We'll do a little commentary. What did Grandma think? What did Grandma think? Free advice, girl. That was so short. It ended up being so short. I'm going to watch it back through. I'm going to wait for Free Advice Girl's message, and then I'm going to watch it through. I record these commentary videos, cut them up, and then post them onto the Patreon. So if you watch live, you get to see the commentary right now. And then if you're a part of the Patreon, you can watch them later. Feel free to join the free Patreon if you're not already subscribed. All right, let's do the commentary video. I'm gonna get rid of the chat box. We'll leave this just as a video here. All right, let's go ahead and get started on the commentary. So this is episode 4, Love and Finance. There are multiple things here, and we also titled it A New Love. We'll go over that in a second. Oh, hold on a second.
Sparks were...
Let me go back.
Our next interview...
All right, so now we're going to go over the commentary for episode 4, A New Love, also Love and Finance. Let's get started here. We have a very special guest.
Our next interviewee made my heart flutter. It was hard to stay focused. Sparks were flying.
All right, thanks for sitting down, pretty lady. I know you got some questions here.
All right, before we get started, this is Free Advice Girl, my wife. To give a little backstory, so we set everything that you see up here in the morning, and then she hung out. So we were there like 2 hours before this event opened, getting set up. And then after it got set up, she then walked around all day playing with the kids. Grandma, grandpa, tios, tias, they all showed up. Aunts and uncles, they were there hanging out all day. And I shot her a text and I said, hey, come over and ask a question. So she came over and started asking questions. We did not pre-plan for this video. We did not set up what we were going to talk about, and it ended up being way shorter than I wanted it to be. But, you know, we did what we did, but I really like the idea of the husband-wife thing. But let's go ahead and see what her question is, then we'll go over some commentary.
Here, what can I help you out with?
Yeah, so I'm pregnant with my fourth baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3 other kids. I'm thinking about their future. What are some ways that I can save for them, whether that's college or something else?
Yeah, this is a great question. Loving parents want to take care of their kids as much as possible. And if you happen to have the means for it, one of the most popular things people do is education savings for their kids.
Right.
So the most popular way to do that is through a 529 plan. A lot of them are through the state, but there are companies like Vanguard. You could do it from one state into another state, but there are also state-specific ones. But you could start saving money now.
So I'm going to pause there. If you go through your own state, they will generally have 529 plans within the state. If they don't, you can always go through companies like Vanguard, and they'll have different states you can go into. But what most states have adopted is that, like, Vanguard is just an account that they accept. So you can have a 529 at Vanguard, and it can go to any school anywhere. So a lot of the state-specific stuff is a little bit unnecessary now due to accounts like that. And a lot of the accounts like Vanguard allow you to invest in things for actual growth, whereas some of the state-specific ones will have less growth options in their investments. Some don't, but just some things to consider when you begin to save.
Invest it, let it grow over their life, and then as long as it's used for education, you get to pull that money out tax-free and use it towards education. So that's the most popular one when it comes to education savings.
Yeah.
So again, with a 529 right now, and it seems like with the big beautiful bill, it is going to continue that. You'll still be able to invest in a 529, put it in growth funds. It'll grow over the course of their lives. And as long as you use that money towards education, you get to keep it. The other beautiful thing about a 529 plan is they'll let you switch it to another family member. So if you have multiple kids and one of your kids decides not to go to school, you can apply those funds to another student. So they don't just go dead and the money doesn't go missing. And then in the future, you can always pull it out. Sometimes there's a penalty. There's going to be taxes on the gains, things like that, if they don't end up using it for school. So keep those things in mind as well. But saving the money and then not using it doesn't really have a negative effect. You just pay taxes on some of the growth, but you could still get the growth in there. But it can be applied to another child, sometimes even a cousin, and if you don't end up using it at all for school and you just pull it out, there's just some tax consequences. So it's not really a bad thing at all to begin saving for your children.
If you just want to gift them money, I caution parents on the gift, because once they reach the age of maturity or majority, whatever it is for their state, it's their money. You have no control over it anymore. But it's called a uniform gift to minors or a uniform transfer to minors account. You can gift money to them, it grows, and then at the age of majority, it becomes their money. So you get to set them up how you want. But again, when they turn either 18 or 21, a lot of the time, they are in control of that money and can do whatever they want with it. I don't know how you were with money at 18 years old, but I wasn't the best. So
Yeah, probably not.
if you want to keep it from them, there are other ways that, but if you want them to own the money and be able to track the money, those are probably the two best things to do for your kids.
So if you are raising a responsible kid, you might be okay with this, but what I'm getting at here, you can create an account that's under their social security number, right? So Free Advice Guy Kid gets an account, and we put money into it and it grows. But each of these accounts, each state has their own age of majority. Some can be put as late as like 25. You're going to want to check with your state specifically on those accounts. But you create a uniform gift to minors account. It's in their name, but you are the custodian. So during the time, you can decide what the investments are, if you want to pull money out for them, things like that. For them, you can. But when they reach the age of majority for their state, they can just call up the company and say, hey, I want this to be an account in my name now with no minor designation, and the money is theirs. So if you put a lot of money into that, if you're giving them the gift amount per year and letting it grow, you could be talking 6 figures by the time your child reaches the age of majority with growth and contributions all factored in. And then that money is theirs. I don't know if you want your 18 or 21-year-old to be in charge of $100,000 or more, or whatever it happens to be, 10,000, 20,000, whatever it grows to by the time they're 21. Because a lot of kids are irresponsible, they just go buy a motorcycle immediately or do something else that's maybe not too smart with the money, and you can't do anything about it. That is the biggest concern that you have with a UGMA or a Uniform Gift to Minors account, is that the money becomes theirs and you no longer have control. So keep that in mind when creating an account. When it's a 529, you control it the entire time as the custodian. It does have to be used initially for that child, but you have control over ultimately what happens with that money.
If I have multiple kids, do I create multiple accounts then?
It's a great question. Every kid or every social security number can create an account for that child. So as long as they have a social security number, you can create it, but you wouldn't be able to create an account for this beautiful baby because they haven't been born and they don't have a social security number yet.
Yeah, that's true. What about like the amount that I would put away? Like, is there a specific amount I should have set by the time they're 18, or when do I start? Do I start with their first?
Okay, I don't end up addressing this question, so I want to address it now. The amount you want to have saved is, for lack of a better term, as much as you can. Education has gotten significantly more expensive in my lifetime. When I was a kid going to community college, I think a whole semester, books, everything all included, was like $2,500. Even community colleges are more expensive than that now, and it is not it's not easy to go to school. Universities have only gotten more expensive as well. I believe a full semester at ASU when I was growing up was something like $6,000, maybe $7,000, and now it's way more than that. So you want to save as much as possible. This is almost like a retirement savings early on because you need to have the money ready to go. And again, there's no negative if you save too much, right? If you end up pulling the money out, you might have, you're going to pay taxes on it for sure on the gains. But other than that, there's really no negative. So on the flip side, if you don't save enough, you won't have the money for school when you get there. So we can talk about what you want to do specifically, but just keep those things in mind.
Born? Do I wait until I know they're going to be college bound or something? I don't know.
It's a great question. If you know they're going to be college bound, it's probably too late to start saving. So you want to get started as early as possible. You can technically save in an account.
And what I mean by that is if you wait, right, you're going to wait to see if your kid kind of gives you the signs. So it's like 8, 9, 10 years old and you're like, okay, they're serious. They're definitely going to college. If you start saving there, you've missed 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, however long it is of investing and watching that money grow. And you can't make up for that. So if you think you want to do it, just start doing it, and then you can always use that money for something else. But you want to make the money or start saving the money much earlier rather than later and waiting.
Out in your name for that kid in the future, but you should start as early as possible. The most important factor.
Okay, so to address that as well, if you are very concerned about what your kid will turn into when they're older, you can just put an account in your name and save towards it. It's just a taxable account, and you just start saving. And it's earmarked for education. You know you can't touch it. You have to be disciplined with it throughout their lives, but you just start putting money away. That way, when they reach certain ages, You can use it for education, but you're going to pay mostly long-term capital gains rates on that money. But you have control over it. The child doesn't have control over it. You don't get the tax benefit like a 529 where you can pull the money out of a 529 for education tax-free. But if you create an account in your name, but you put money aside for your children, you can take it out and you control it however you want to control it.
To your investment returns is time in the market.
Yeah.
So the longer you wait, the less returns you get. So the day you have a social security number, create it. Some places let you create an account without the social, pending you're getting the social.
Yeah.
But once you have the social, nothing's going to stop you. You can start creating accounts for your kids.
So I can put as much away for the kid as long as I can afford it.
All right, before we get to that, so just here, we're going to watch this one more second.
But once you have the social, nothing's going to stop.
So once you have the social, nothing's going to stop you. Yeah, most of these places require that you actually have the social security number before you create an account. I do touch on this. Some accounts will, or some places will let you create an account knowing a social is coming. Like if they're born, you could say social is coming and they'll let you kind of create it, but you have to get a social there eventually.
You can start creating accounts for your kids.
So I can put as much away for the kid as long as I can afford it.
No, there are.
All right, so I say no here, and I'm just going to call this out. You can put as much aside that you want to. You just have to be mindful of your gift tax exemption. So for different years, they are different amounts. Every year it tends to get adjusted. They call it an inflation adjustment. It's not always by the inflation number so that you can increase it. I believe in the big beautiful bill, they increased the gift tax exemption to $15 million for married couples, or approximately $15 million. But I have not seen what the yearly gift amounts that you can give. So to talk about gifting, if you gift over the amount that they allow, you then have to report it on your taxes, and you're potentially going to owe a tax on the amount that you gifted. A lot of the time there is no tax, but that amount does count towards your gift exemption, and it's reported. So if you give a gift to your children, the total gift amount that you have in your life comes down by that amount, or really anybody you give a gift to. So that might be confusing. That might be something you want to talk about later, but you just need to be mindful. Most people are never going to reach their gift tax exemption, but you should just be aware of it in case you become uber rich. And again, you can put aside as much as you want. I do say this a little bit later. There's just potential gift tax consequences, which aren't really the worst things, but let's see.
Our gifting limits.
Okay.
So that changes every year. So you're going to want to look that up every year, what the gifting limit is. They will let you do 5 years worth of gifts at one time as one contribution into a 529.
Wow.
If you want to do that. Some people like just knocking it out.
Okay.
So the reason for that is, so it used to be, let's just say the gift exemption for the year was $14,000. You can gift up to that amount and not have it hurt your gift tax exemption. But you want to do 5 years in advance. So today you want to put $70,000 in the account. You can't do any more contributions for the next 5 years to your kid without affecting the gift tax exemption. But that way you could throw $70,000 in today, give it more time to grow instead of $14,000 a year over 5 years. It just gives your money, a larger amount of money, more time to grow if you do 5 years up front as opposed to doing it 1/5 of that every year for the next 5 years.
But if you don't care about the gifting amount, it does go against your lifetime gift exemptions, but you can gift as much as you want.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I appreciate your time, pretty lady.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. That was fun. I loved it. I loved
In
it.
short, these are some of the things you can do for a growing family. It's not even all of them. You want to customize this for you.
All right, so There are many things that you could do. This video briefly addresses multiple things that you can do if you want to save for your children. We can come up with multiple different plans and things to do for your children. There are many ways to do it, officially, unofficially. So if you want to talk about savings and how to save for your children, let's actually have a conversation together. And our conversation can end up helping the rest of the community and anyone else watching. And then just real quick,
Advice Guy is completely crowdfunded. If you believe in the mission and you want to help millions of people achieve financial literacy, click the Patreon link below and become a community member.
that's you guys. Again, I can't say how much I appreciate you guys on the Patreon, whether you're paid members or free members. I love you guys. It means you are believers of the mission and you want to help millions of people achieve financial literacy. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. And the next video is coming soon. Okay. Let's see here. All right, there we go. That was fun. All right, let me text the wife here. The audio was bad on YouTube? Oh no. Well, we'll see if it was okay on Twitch, because that's where I'll rip it. If not, I'll do it again. But that was a pretty good commentary. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to call that one early, guys. We're going to go celebrate 4th of July. I will be back, I think tonight. I think I'm going to try and stream tonight. We'll see what me and Free Advice Girl come up with. But well, let's hope the commentary is good. Otherwise, I'll shoot it again, Free Advice Girl. But we'll clip that, get that all ready to go. But I'm kind of excited because I think the commentary video for Patreon, whoops, I probably don't want to show it on Patreon, popped up. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay. All right, girl. I'm gonna end stream now. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. I love the rest of you also. And I will catch you soon. Bye, everybody.